welcome back to Let's Play Knights of the Old Republic. I'm Hunter Black Luna, and we had something to talk to Bastila about before we finally head out to Manaan.
How can I help? Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom, but I never should have brought it up here, not with you. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light, to help you avoid the temptations of the dark side, but I fear I've failed in that task. I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. I'm no master. You should have remained with the Council. Perhaps you're not being truly objective then. There's no need to spare my feelings on this point. The fact of the matter is, I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. With the bond that joins us, it seems I have even less. You have maintained the path of the light side, but it has been in spite of my influence, not because of it. It's increasingly obvious I am unable to guide you properly. I don't know. I think I may have made a very big mistake. I simply hope that you are not the one who pays the price, ultimately, for the fact that I can't help you enough.
Maybe we could help each other, yeah.
That's a kinder response than I deserve, and I can see there is wisdom in your words. You continue to be there for me, don't you? Even after I keep pushing you away, you're still around when I need you most. You're like no man I've known before, and you're nothing like what I expected you to be after the Council sent us on this mission together.
Yep.
I need time to think about all this. They're not going as I thought they would. We should continue on with our mission for now.
Give her something to think about. I don't know if I need someone constantly guiding me. I mean, haven't I proved that I'm like the biggest hero ever? Am I actually at 100%? No. Bastila, is she... I think she might be sliding down. That's fairly alarming. I mean, I know you can have an effect on your party members and their morality and stuff. I'm gonna give her the dexterity, yeah. Oh, I need that extra point of strength, turns out. I really like this Jedi Knight robe. I don't know. I wish we had more robes to choose from. Go ahead and put the Jedi Knight robe on. We'll give the Master's robe to Jolee. That seems fitting enough. He's pretty much like the wisest Jedi we have. I still haven't found any good implants at all. I don't know if I'm just not looking in the right places. That's probably it. Hey, T3. What if I gave you a flamethrower that never, ever went out? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? That'd be really cool. Oh, he needs to be upgraded more. Even so, we can put up some pretty nice shielding and maybe even give him a better gun. Maybe. Oh, apparently not. You'd think Mandalorian blasters would be better, but I don't know which one is better. Well, this one has an attack modifier of +1, so we'll try that. I don't know.
How can I help? Then I suggest we move on.
Yep. Karth still doesn't want to talk. So, screw it. Let's go to Manaan and get annoyed by the minigame again. Ha! I'm sure taking my sweet time, aren't I? Oh hey, we didn't get the minigame. That's nice. almost makes up for the fact that we can't see any of these nice dreams that we're having.
You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Reverend Malak. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manaan is covered by nothing but vast oceans. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Yep. So welcome to Manaan, everybody. It's a water world. Literally. We just docked at a big floating city that the natives built in order to receive guests. And Manaan is important because it has a strategically critical resource. So it's actually got Republic and Sith soldiers living together, pretty much, in the same city, because everybody needs the resource. And they're kind of playing off both sides. Now that'll bite them in the ass. As they deserve. Still. Let's go full Jedi on this one, everybody. That doesn't mean we're not going to be getting into trouble, and it doesn't mean we're not going to be killing Sith. Sort of the opposite. Destroy droid is nice. Yeah, go for it. Oh, he gets 2 powers. Crap. Force armor is kind of cool, I suppose. I could try leveling him up a new tree. It would work. Force suppression. I don't know what to get. I really don't. I guess force armor is okay.
Yes? What?
There we go. That's much better. Quick once around the docking bay, and we can see the beautiful city. Shaped like a big old ring. It's a very interesting place. I really like Manaan. The natives are a real, little rough, but nothing compared to the sand people, let me tell you.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Sith scum.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude. No, really, I should apologize. I should try to control myself, as you Jedi do. Is there anything I can help you with?
Well, I know why the Sith upset anyone who's wearing a Republic uniform.
Well, of course, I'm always willing to help a Jedi. What do you require?
Someone who's just willing to help out. Yeesh.
Well, for the Kolto, of course. Really, that's the only reason anyone would want to be here. It's the only reason the Selkath built Ahto City in the first place. To explore Kolto. You're joking, right? I'm sorry, but everyone knows what Kolto is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that Kolto is only found naturally on Manaan, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what Kolto bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites. The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require?
Yeah, knowing the Sith, that's pretty probable. Huh.
A star map? Like an ancient artifact or something? No, I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I guess they wouldn't have it, like, on display.
It's big. Real big. Actually, it's pretty much the only real city on the entire world. The only place for us air breathers, anyway. Manaan is a water world, which you may have noticed on your way down to land here, inhabited natively by a species of fish people called the Selkath. They built this city to cater to us off-worlders, and as a base of operations to export Kolto, which is the only real thing they have to trade here. The Selkath think that by staying neutral, well, that, but I think they're under... Is there anything else?
No, we're good.
Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Oh boy. Yeah, this place is a little confusing when you first come to it. Don't worry about it too much. Hey, a merchant. I love how the Selkath talk. Thermal detonators are really nice and incredibly expensive. Like, plasma grenades are great, thermal detonators are the best. Nothing here I really care about too much. Hey Jolee, it looks like you want to speak to us.
Got something on your mind, dude? No, I never did I? Of course you do. I know things, remember? You think you could make it around this part of the galaxy without me? But don't answer that. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on. To bed! I'm old and tired, you know. How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I'd bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes.
There's not loot.
And then there's all the critters in the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask? So I could. Well, not having a ship does tend to put a damper on that kind of idea, however. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you, I couldn't help but be intrigued. Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd. Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you, but...
My skin?
I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick. Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel-gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi. And that can be all bad.
Who's that?
Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all
I suppose
day.
that's true.
Nonsense. If I ever refused to help you when you asked, how confused can one person be anyway? One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
Alright. Huh. Exotic species that aren't dangerous? Well, you know... Oh, man. Yeah, we could mind whammy him. We could probably do something to convince him. But our persuade is high enough that we can just talk. 100 credits for the whole lot? Let's try it. Alright. That was business well done, everybody. Alright. Ebonhawk is here, I assume in the Republic hangar. This is the Sith hangar. And this is the private hangar, and I don't think we can get into any. And that fourth one, I guess, is just sealed off from us completely. Great. Yeah, we're not actually in Ahto City yet. Just on the outer ring. It's a big place. Pretty nice, too, I gotta admit. I don't think I'd mind taking a tour here on occasion. Oh yeah, this. Whenever you leave the Ahto City security zone, you have to watch that dialogue. Even if you just go to a place that's pointless. Alright, let's go to the city. There's nothing else here for us. I'm glad we were able to find someone to remove those freaking Gizka, though. Ugh. Annoying little buggers. Sort of like frogs. You know, game, you could stop doing that to me at any time you felt like it. It'd be real nice of you. Huh. You look important. Fuck Pazak. No, seriously. Fuck Pazak in the neck. Alright, every place tries to hit you down for money, for landing. Ahto City's the worst. Credits each time. He's not gonna negotiate because the fee is mandated by the government. So how about no?
The Jedi Council wouldn't approve, but they always were a little stodgy about using the Force on people. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep. I mean, I'll just have to mind whammy you again, right? Okay. And welcome to the beautiful city. There's actually a lot to explore here, everybody. And we'll find a way around. It's not as confusing as it might seem. Ah, such a peaceful place. I'm derping a little, and my computer's derping a little, so I'm gonna go see if there's anything I can do about that. Things should be a little better now, everybody. Just a little.
A friend of mine recently got into Pizzak. You know, the card game. Now he can't stop. It's so addictive.
But he lost all his money and he's trying to get it back. So let's just explore everywhere. Private conversation, what's that?
I can't stop to talk to tourists. I'm on Kolto packing duty.
Yeah, I'm a tourist with the double-bladed lightsaber, genius.
Hey, I'm working here. Go talk to the diplomatic rep if you got something to say.
Apparently both sides employ clone troopers in this conflict. And only humans. That's interesting. Alright, here's the map of... West Central is where we came from. Let's go this way.
Jolee, may I have a moment? There's something I wish to speak to you about.
Yep, I figured it was only a matter of time until we had the whole come back to the order discussion. Well, I guess there's no avoiding it now, so let's get it over with.
I know you have issues with the Order, but you are a Jedi, Jolee. You command the Force. Without the guidance of the Council, how can you avoid falling to the dark side?
Well, I've managed to avoid it the last 20 years or so. Besides, light side, dark side, they don't mean the same to me as they do to you. I don't see in absolutes. I want to stop Malak as much as anyone, but I don't have to join the Order to do it. Look at Karth, or Canderous. They're with us in this quest, but they aren't Jedi. The capacity for good or evil, like the Force itself, is in all living creatures. And belonging to the Jedi Order, or the Sith, or any group, won't change what you are at your core.
I see you are quite adamant. No doubt you've had ample time to think on this during your long seclusion. I guess it was foolish of me to think I could sway your position so easily.
Yeah, I'm old and stubborn. But I appreciate the effort. But from now on, you can just think of me as any other non-Jedi in our little group. With a lightsaber. And Force powers.
I love little companion conversations like that. BioWare always gives them. So that's good stuff. For the record, I pretty much agree with Jolee 100 billion%. For most of it, I'm a little more absolutist than he is.
Jolee, it is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolee. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolee. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Alora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Alora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
Yeah, this is Jolee's quest. I don't think you actually need to talk with him that much to get it, unlike other companion quests. And I don't remember if you can get it without him being here. I'm pretty sure not. I think this is as far in one direction as you can go in Manaan. The jails are down here. We can't get in until we're on the case, which is actually pretty easy to get on the case.
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away.
Hiring mercenaries?
Do you mind? I'm in the middle of a Republic recruiting drive right now. I need to hire these mercenaries before they sign up with the Sith. In case you hadn't noticed, there's a war on. If we don't hire these mercs, the Sith will. Now excuse me, I have to continue my recruitments.
Did you just ask a bunch of Jedi if they know we're at war? Yeah, I kinda picked that up. Alright, this is the mercenary company. A lot of people want a piece of us. It truly is a wonder, I agree with that.
I doubt the Republic would be involved in anything illegal. Still, if this Selkath has concerns, we could look into it for him.
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place it doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
That's usually how it goes. That's a good question. Alright, I'll look into it. As Jedi, we're probably supposed to promote openness and truth and stuff. I think this is the place for swoop racing, and you can do all sorts of stuff. Intro. So the Republic and the Sith are both up to their own plots. Alright. The money's kind of a drop in the bucket, but it'll be nice to have, and we're going to the Sith base anyway, eventually. Alright. Quest to get.
Look, lady, we Sith aren't here to make friends, so let me enjoy my drink in peace. You're new around here, aren't you? My name's Duan. Care to buy a Sith girl a drink? That is, unless you're one of those simpering Republic soldiers. Well, some of the soldiers like to go and bet on the swoops on their day off, but this planet is bad enough without mingling with the locals. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do absolutely nothing. Manaan should send a fleet in and conquer this whole sector, Kolto or no.
He does sound like the kind of guy who would do that.
I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know? We Sith are interested in a lot of things. If you're smart, you'll stay out of Sith business. But I don't really want to talk about that right now.
I really shouldn't tell the Sith that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, I get it. I get a little bit wild, and you want to hold it against me. Come on, what's the matter? Afraid I'll drink you under the table? Hey, if you're not man enough to keep up, who needs you? Seems I'm not ladylike enough for some men. Well, I may be a woman, but I'm still a soldier. Barkeep, bring me another round.
She's drunk enough to not notice that we're women.
We might have a position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you bombed Taris into dust?
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this, when we win the war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I've never turned down a job that pays up front.
Excellent. Report to the Sith Embassy tomorrow for your assignment.
Taris. You'd think everyone would turn against the Sith just for Taris. Guess not. And over here is the courtroom. We'll be in here a couple times, that's for sure.
The Republic respects the peace of Ahto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers. They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
That's pretty steep, yeesh.
I suppose you're Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him.
A medal clutched in her hand? Can you say planted evidence, everybody? I sure can.
Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
Well, thanks. We're on the case, everybody. This could be a massive source of EXP, and it's also a pretty interesting side quest, in my opinion. We've pretty much explored this entire... You know, let's go into the jail after this.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit. Sunry is... he's a cripple. There's no way he could have overpowered this Sith woman like they claim.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's not forget that he would have to have been considerably older than the Sith woman. I'm a Jedi, and one who is living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it. We're talking about Sunry here.
And there's no way he would do something so dishonorable as hit her from behind. Sunry's a decorated war hero. He's a hero of the Republic. Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
No problem. Let's go into the jail and talk to him. Now the judge said we have a limited amount of time. I'm pretty sure that's not true. It's just whenever we feel like starting the trial.
When I get out of here, you're dead! I'll gut your fishy little corpse, cut off your head, and bathe in your blood!
Yeah. Alright, that's not Sunry. Thankfully. Defending him would be a little bit tough.
Jolee, what are you doing here? Laura sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolee? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the Cellcath seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
Obviously planted. Yep.
Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
Yeah, I'll go investigate.
Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
Alright, don't worry, man. Yep, you can start at any time. Like, you could start right now, I'm fairly sure. But if you do a really bad job on the case, you don't get much EXPs. It is nice to know that we've eliminated one of the directions to go. It helps cut down on the confusion. Like I said, after a couple times around the city, you'll just, you'll figure out things.
These Cellcath don't know what they're gonna miss. When the Sith Empire finally crushes the Republic, then we'll see how long their vaunted neutrality lasts.
That's what we've been saying all this time, but the fishies just won't listen to us, man. In any case, let's go the other direction now. Do a bit more exploring. I love how my force speed still hasn't worn off. That's very nice.
Your precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
Wow. The Sith are evil. I mean, like, grade A destroying planets evil. I can't believe... But then later, I know there's at least one Sith sympathizer who will claim that Taris is just Republic propaganda or something. I gotta admit, it is kind of a propaganda victory against the enemy if you can prove that they committed...
How much for all this stuff, Tyvark? Thanks, Tyvark. Catch you next week.
He sounds like he's a Republic sympathizer. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Zorka's kind of evil too. There's a lot in stock. Let's see. And we have the money for some good stuff if we find good stuff. Combat sensor's pretty nice. A lot of these things are nice. Beamon. Constitution 3. The Constitution. That's an implant, isn't it? I could use that, actually. Oh, so much money. Yeah, I'll go for it. So much money. There we go. Now I've got plenty of constitution. Oh, Bastila, if only you could have implants. Alright, that extra point of dexterity is actually helping him out. I'm gonna keep him on that. Yeah, we're good.
I'm here. What?
And we're still on force speed. Good for me.
What's this? Another Republic lackey wandering the streets? Don't worry, the Sith will destroy you along with all the rest who don't bow down before Malak. Save your empty threats. If you're stupid enough to attack me, the Selkath authorities will lock you away for a long, long time. I have nothing more to say to you. I have important Sith business to attend to.
I'm sure you do, bro. I was kind of hoping on provoking you to attack me. We got the datapad that said see Hulas on Manaan, but it also said to come alone, and we'll go ahead and talk about that later. Shady Rodian. You look shady.
Laboda na winki smaktoma. Jistatuka ulwan. Laboda na winki smaktoma.
I'm good with Pazat cards. I probably won't play it ever again. I think this might be where the Republic Embassy is. I don't... Yeah, the Republic Embassy is here, and so is the hotel. Let's go ahead and investigate that a little for the trial. And that'll probably wrap up the video, I don't know.
You are the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want to.
Do.
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Pretty suspicious.
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
Come on, man.
No. No way I'm lying to the court just because you want to get your Republic buddy off or whatever. I have no interest in going to prison.
Now we come to some more ethical dilemmas, everybody. I don't think we'll need this, though.
What do you want to know?
Force persuade is the other option we use. Hey, Jolee, nice of you to join the party.
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know? Elasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on. Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
Some pertinent facts. That must be the room it happened in, because the other 3 are available for us to check out.
You with the Selkath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
Over it again.
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Alasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, we figured that out already.
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room, in private, is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
And here's the difficulty in communication, because Dark Jedi are called Sith, but there's also Sith, like Sith Troopers and Sol Karath and stuff.
Oh, well, Elassa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
You're lying a lot.
Well, one time, I saw Elassa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Elassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest. Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Help, bro. 500 EXP for that. This quest is a real EXP gold mine. And that's good. The only problem, though, is that these tight doors...
Yes?
Well, our buddies love to trap us.
What?
What even...
Yes?
Out my way!
Hmm?
Now guys. Behave, guys.
Chiki kun salkat, chona mulira tong glupor. Glupor tong hit wana ji salkat agi inko tune glupor mulira. Glupor yon tung chiwi ita, bola un chikne mulira glupor, kon muli slimo poi, glupor kin panik chalora kun. Glupor chi ita kanki chana kilikon, glupor nibo jimata wipun nage. You're
the worst liar ever. Oh, wow. Just a hunch.
Tong abog sintchan glupor ni non kili glupor chiwa aita kan kicha na selkat glupor nibo glupor sha glupor pampa ki mulira kun kin tong itselkat mama jiko na glupor ag inkotune glupor chachopa glupor bag.
Jesus, another 500. That's pretty. Game's being pretty liberal with the experience points. That's good. Alright, so we can prove to the court that the Republic medal was planted. And I mean, it's obvious it was planted, but now we actually have someone who will actually testify that. Let's bust in traditional Phoenix Wright fashion. All for a med pack. Hey, that might make the difference. This is a war.
Yes?
People die. Alright, so we've talked to the two witnesses.
I'm here.
I don't know.
You, Jedi. I hear you're investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
You ain't kidding.
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes? Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies. Because you have no one else to trust. Not Sunry, not the witnesses, and certainly not the judges. And if you take my advice, what have you to lose? Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Normally, I don't know, but that's pretty soft. That's a pretty soft plot motivator. It's just, a random guy appears and he's just a random guy and he vanishes after telling us that there's more to the case and you should, and here's where to look. I mean, I think I might look in there anyway, but So anyway, next time on Let's Play Knights of the Old Republic, we'll check out the Republic Embassy, meet the Ambassador, see about trying to search for the star map, as well as continuing our investigation. See ya.